Alright everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow, and to all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel, and to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video, to stay tuned on in towards the end of the video because I have a ticker symbol to share with you guys that's part of the EV sector and it's been pulling downwards. It's sitting at a nice consolidation area, and when you invest in these stocks, I want you guys to be aware that you're investing in the future. You're literally investing for tomorrow. No pun intended, but it's the true. You're investing for tomorrow. So the earlier you know about these stocks and you watch these stocks, the better prepared you are to take your stake in these opportunities that are the future of tomorrow, right? And I hate to make it sound like a pun, but no pun intended. You're investing for tomorrow when it comes to these stocks. So definitely stay tuned for all that information coming towards the video after CTRM. So stay tuned. So here we are with CTRM stock, Castor Maritime Inc. It's been pulling downwards, and we could see here our resistance and support at new locations, but it's sitting below $1, and that's something that is very, very important to me, that this needs to stay above $1 so we could see this reach anywhere between $2 to $5, right? I probably think this could reach anywhere between 3 to 5 or 2 to 3 on the low end, and high end 3 to 5. But there's the possibility there because this stock is a profitable stock. As a penny stock and company and business model, they're profitable, and they've been expanding their fleet. They plan on expanding even more. And I appreciate everyone that comments down below the numbers of the fleet. I see a lot of different numbers every single time, but let's just say they have around 11 to 14 ships. Some people say 13, 11, 10, 8. I've seen 14 more often than others, but let's just say they have 11 to 14 in their fleet right now, and they're looking to expand even bigger. If they're already profitable, these expansions are going to allow them to build more revenue and more profit over time. So I could see this stock hit anywhere between 2 to 3 on the low end, 3 to 5 on the high end, but this stock needs to build momentum and stay above $1. That's like the most important thing. Now, when I look at this chart though, after hitting this peak here, it's just pulling downwards. Every single angle you look at it, if you read it from here to here, everything's just pointing downwards. I mean, if I was to draw here lines, look, just downwards. Everything about it. You start at this peak, downwards. You look at it from this peak, downwards. Just pick any peak and you're going to see it in a downward trend, even right there, downwards. Now, excluding this down here, right? Because that was the biggest drop, but everything about it is just pointing downwards. When you look at it like that, you're like, man, like what's going on? Like, this is not looking good. The only thing that's looking good is actually how it's consolidating and hanging out within this area. Okay, when you really look at it from this perspective, and take this out, right? Just a big X out of that, and then you do a big X out of the past, and you look at this, and you kind of focus on this, these numbers are all possible again if there was to be, a reversal and at some point build momentum. But most importantly, what I see here is that this is holding itself up within this area. It's kind of hanging out between 80 cents to $1. Now, I would love this type of consolidation, but to happen up here, okay? Like anywhere between, $1.15 or even a little bit lower, like $1.10 all the way up to $1.40. And that's going to show us some more strength and possibility for that staircase effect to hit newer highs and new resistance levels over time, especially with the fleet expansions, revenue growth, and net profit. So yes, those numbers are possible, but this needs to get above $1 and show us more strength because it's looking way too weak where it's at. So the 50-day moving average is 94 cents. I'm just going to round it down. I'm not going to round it up, even though it's 94.65. 94 cents. Anything below that is bearish. Anything above that is bullish. Our support here, which is the lowest point reached, is 91 cents. I want you guys to pay close attention to that because the lowest point reached in this bearish run, the most recent one, was 90 cents, okay? in this pullback, and then it jumped back up 90 cents. If that gets broken through, which 90 cents was touched in the past nearly back here on March 10th, you want to watch this very carefully. 91 cents, 90 cents, and your next point of reference will be down here at 85 cents. So you want to see if the bulls are trying to reappear, or are the bears tearing this one down fairly fast. Now, our resistance level is way up here, but I would use the 50-day moving average as your first resistance at 94 cents to know that the bulls have made it back into bullish territory and that they're working their way up to newer highs. Now, the true resistance level, which is the highest point where the bulls try to break the 50-day moving average, got rejected and pulled down in this downward direction, is up here at 96 cents. Super important for the bulls to break through that. And once they accomplish that, they need to keep on working towards $1 and getting above it to pull away from it significantly in the upward direction. So super important. Watch these cues for tomorrow. And as always, guys, I hope you learned something new. I look forward to seeing your guys' thoughts about everything I shared on the revenue opportunity, net income opportunity growth as they continue to expand. What are your thoughts on this one? Do you think we can finally hold above $1 some point in the next several weeks or months to see this actually build momentum? How do you feel? I look forward to seeing all that feedback down below in the comment section. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you learned something new, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to click on the bell and share this with your friends and community. And don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. It helps out the YouTube channel a lot. I appreciate it when you guys do that. It lets me know you found value in everything that I shared. And stay tuned for the new ticker symbol I'm going to share with you guys towards this second part of the video. Alright everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. And all I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video and stay tuned on in for all that we have to cover. Let's jump right into it. So I have here the website to ChargePoint CHPT stock, and I definitely recommend every single viewer and investor to go check it out. It'll tell you much more information on the company, but I love their slogan right here. The electric revolution is here, and that is so true. It is here. It's just getting started. And you want to be aware that when you're investing in the EV sector, whether it's the cars or the charging stations, you're investing in the future. So it's going to take time to see your returns really grow to their full potential. Now, a lot of investors will look at this chart and say, well, we're sitting at $24 and it hit a high here of $50. Yeah, it hit a high there because of the speculation and hype because of the merger. This is a SPAC merger. You always want to remember that. But ChargePoint has an opportunity to get a market share and a piece of the pie of the bigger picture. So I mentioned this one over at the Patreon this weekend, and this is what I said. And if you guys want to know what stocks I'm watching weekly, you can join us over at the Patreon. It will be down below, the link in the comment section. It will be the pinned comment that I'll have there down below. So I basically said everyone focuses on the EV car makers, but forget to focus on the source that can give the EV cars the fuel and drive it needs to perform its purpose, which are charging stations. ChargePoint is one to watch, especially that we saw it in the most recent pullback, how it reached below $20. It reached $19. I posted about a snapshot of the chart, which you can see up here. If it can reach below those numbers or touch them again, it will be something to pay close attention to. ChargePoint is not the industry leader, but it will get its piece of the pie when it comes to the market share in charging stations. Okay, that's going to be a big deal in the future. This is the future gas stations. You always want to remember what is going to give the fuel to these EV cars. And it's these charging stations. Yes, you can charge from home, but charging stations will charge cars much faster. And as batteries get more improved and developed, they're going to become so much better that you can actually stop at a charging station and not feel like you're stuck there for 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Now, this is my question to those of you that own an EV car or know someone that owns an EV car. And I want to ask you guys, how dreadful is it to stop at a charging station right now in these times? I know people that have stopped and then they do like little, stories on their Instagram or Snapchat, and they go ahead and they post, man, we all hate ourselves, or like they post something like just being sarcastic, and it's a whole line of Teslas at a Tesla charging station just waiting for their cars to charge, which takes about 30 minutes to 40 minutes. When charging stations can start charging in 5 to 10 minutes, it's going to change the game. And not only that, but people charge at home because they have time to charge at home, because they go to work, they come back, they leave it charging overnight, and at some point that's going to get kind of redundant and it won't be necessary anymore. When charging stations will be out there, you can just stop and get your 5-minute charge, and it's going to give you enough for the next day or next 2 days instead of charging slowly at home. And it's just going to be a shift. There's going to be a transition once batteries get improved, charging stations get improved, and the time becomes less and less. It's just going to be so much more convenient than having to charge overnight. And especially if you're traveling, it's going to be so much more convenient. So that's going to be a big deal. ChargePoint is going to have a piece of its pie. So definitely check out the website. That is one thing I do recommend, so you could see everything about it. And I also want to pull up here another picture of a screenshot that I took. And a lot of people would probably be a little bit concerned about their financials. And that's why I stated earlier, this is where you need to realize that you are investing, right, in the future. And ChargePoint is an electric vehicle infrastructure company based in Campbell, California. ChargePoint operates the largest online network of independently owned EV charging stations operating in 14 countries and makes the technology used in it. So I want you guys to be aware that they're the largest online network, but they're not the largest charging stations. Okay, there's other companies that it's competing with, but like I said, it's going to get its piece of the pie. The financials right now will never look so strong because, like I said earlier, how many people do you guys know that feel that dreadfulness when it comes to charging their cars? Now, my other question is, how many people do you know that own an EV car? Do you own an EV car? And that's where you got to realize that you're investing in something that hasn't even maximized its potential yet. It's just getting started. So this is the time to start watching this stock. I mean, the closer it gets anywhere below $20, the more attractive I believe it looks. This does have potential. We already saw it reach up to 50. It can, for all that, it can probably break out through that in the near future. But, you know, one thing is you need to be prepared to always believe that you're investing in the future. You're not investing in now. You know, you got to think about how many people own cars and how many people need charging stations right now. But then you also got to think, well, how many people will own EV cars and will need charging stations, not now, but later. And that's where you're going to find out why this has so much potential. And this is definitely a stock you need to have on your watch list moving forward. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.